Chadwick's got the alert, right?
Yeah.
And so does the pilot. And so does the pilot. A lot of good that's going to do you over here.
Yeah, you're. So let's hear now. He moved into the weight room. The other two are kind of in the corridor still. If you move forward, like I said, it kind of widens out a little bit. It does T, but there's another corridor just like this one on the opposite side, and then it kind of spreads out a little bit. You're probably in I guess probably about 4 foot across where you're at right now.
Hey, can I ask a real quick question, DM?
Yes.
Do the weights come through the bar? Through the force field? Yeah.
Did he try to do it?
Did you try to do it?
Yeah, I would have walked back and tried to see if they would come through.
With him holding them, yes, it would have went through.
So we're going to proceed down the corridor.
Okay.
To the T.
When you get to basically in the end there, you can basically see, and it widens out, and it's probably about 12 foot across, and you can see double doors to your left, double doors to the right. Directly across from you is another corridor, and then looking to the left, you see what looks like a bunch of tennis courts, and then to your right, in another sports field set, looks like a number of racquetball areas.
Ooh, I like racquetball.
So basically, this was how the people kept. It was a rec room, and it was also like an exercise thing. This was a way to keep physically fit in space. So that's basically where you're at right now.
Go ahead, Cap.
Then,
sorry, go ahead.
The big wide corridor you're in, there are a few floating bodies, and there are floating bodies inside the tennis court and the racquetball area as well. And then if you keep looking directly across from you in that corridor, you see the airlock on the opposite side.
Hey, Cowboy, remind me again, how many people would be on a vessel of this size?
Give me 1 second to confer with my expert, and I will get you back with that answer.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, coordinate. Come in, science officer.
I'm here. What do you need?
Hey, Captain was curious of number of individuals, number of souls might be on board this vessel.
The Enterprise had 200 crew. 100 of that crew would be cryogenically frozen while the other were active, and in 6 months they would trade places.
Captain, you should know that there may be some cryogenically frozen crewmen who have not been released since its disappearance. There's supposed to be 200 souls, 100 active, 100 in cryogenic freeze. So you should probably get Doc on that. We might have some survivors here.
There were also 5 cyborgs. They were known as Kong units. That's C period, O period, M period, G period, which stood for Cyber Organic Neural Graft. It was a device that allowed them to connect flesh to electronic devices. The Kong units were full-body cyborgs, brain only.
Captain, I've got some good news and some bad news for you.
Bad news first.
The bad news is you might have some cyborgs roaming around there with no control. Good news is they could be in control. But you've got, according to Mike, you've got 5 that could be roaming free. So be on your guard.
DM, real quick, how many dead bodies were in the weight room and how many were in the basketball room that we could see?
Okay, in the basketball room, there were 7. In the weight room, there were 2. In the racquetball area, you see 4 from where you're at. In the tennis court, there are 2, and then floating in the free space between them, there are 6.
Are there any signs of, like, explosions or laser fire or anything like that on the bodies, on the ship?
Give me a, I guess it would be a notice check, but you're probably not trained in that, I don't think, or are you?
Investigation?
Investigation. That's what I need right there. That'll work.
All right.
Thank you, honey.
That's a 6.
Okay, you're looking around. You don't see any evidence of laser fire per se. You don't see any evidence of physical weaponry like projectiles or anything like that. But there does seem to be something odd, like maybe a burn around the necks and torsos of some of these bodies. Not all of them, but on some of them. It's an odd-looking burn.
Sideboard?
What now?
Did it look like the burn came from a sideboard?
You're not sure. You
Doc,
don't know what kind of weapons that the cyborgs would have had. You're not familiar with Kong units. They don't make them anymore. They didn't turn out so well.
Can you give me a cause of death, Doc?
Can I get you a what?
Cause of death?
Yeah, died of boredom. It looks like the burn around their neck until I can take them into my morgue. Do I need to roll for that?
Do you get close enough to take a look?
Well, I'm going to ask somebody to turn off the anti-gravity, and then I'm going to walk towards them because why not? And then I'm going to go upstairs away from the open door.
Doc, have you checked the status of the life support yet? Can we breathe on here? I'm assuming we're in spacesuits.
We're not going to take
We are in
any
spacesuits currently.
We're not
yes.
taking our spacesuits off until we can determine what killed these things.
Because it could be
Okay.
poison at this point.
Could be airborne. It could be toxic. Could be
Just wondering if
microbial.
there's oxygen in this ship.
Yeah, there is oxygen in it, but we're not going to take our suits off and risk getting infected. Whatever killed these people, until we can figure out what killed them.
Okay. I also want to point out that you can see a hatch above you, and at the aft section of this area, there is another one in the floor. There's one in the ceiling and one in the floor.
Can I check to see if they're what they died from just by looking at them?
You'd have to get close enough to actually touch them. You can't just from a distance.
Well, let's get this party started.
You know,
That's
it's not
a-
fair that you guys know me. I want to tell you that right now. These things went a lot faster when they didn't know me.
If it helps, I rolled really well.
Okay, well. Okay. What is your parry score there, Mr. Doc there?
It is a 4.
It is a 4. Okay. When you get over to the body,
Yep.
it rolls over and bites.
Sweet. So I don't have to do a medicine check anymore. Hey, I'm tough. Does it matter?
That's okay. So, what is your toughness?
5.
Okay, and then you're wearing the thick suit, so that adds 1 to it. So you are 6. Okay, it was 10 damage. So your suit has a hole in it.
I got some of that duct tape I tried to give him. Can I
Well,
put it
now
over?
Shadwick has something in his toolkit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that adhesive spray that
Right.
will patch that, but he's got to get over to you to do it. And you are
Okay.
currently stunned, And now I need those of you that are in this room to give me a die 20 initiative roll.
While you're doing that, I'm going to step away.
Do we add anything to the initiative?
Yeah, base it off of your agility. If you've got a die 8, it would be a 4. If it's a die 6, a 3, a die 4, a 2. Basically half of the die roll. Add that. That's what we'll do. That's how we'll handle it.
Okay. With my +3.
Which isn't bad. All right. So,
20?
oh, you got a 3 total?
4 total. I rolled a 1 +3 is 4.
Okay. So, did anybody get any over a 20 on the score?
Well, no, I got just a 20 even.
Okay. That seems appropriate.
He needs to go first.
Okay. So, here's 15 to 20. Who rolled?
Big guns.
20, as I said before. So
No. So, then 10 to 15.
I think
I got
No, wait.
14.
What now?
14.
Okay. Then that would bring us to a 5 to 10. Then 1 to 5. What did you get, Jonathan?
You said I was stunned.
You still need to roll an initiative.
I didn't roll because I was stunned. 22.
Stunned, he's better than I am.
All right. So, Doc, you get to go first. What you need to do is make a vigor roll to get out of your stun. You also have the option to just spin a Benny and you won't be stunned anymore. You just lose the Benny. And then you can actually act this round. But that's up to you.
So what I have to roll to get out of it?
It's called a vigor.
Top left, bottom square.
I'm still looking for. Okay, I got you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll because it's automatically no if you don't, right?
No, if you use a Benny, you could just get out of this. You're no longer stunned and you can do whatever. Or
You're
you
just
make
down
the
a
vigor
Benny.
roll and then you save your Benny, but you don't get to do anything else this round.
All right, I'll use the beanie.
Okay. So what would you like to do?
Where's Clay?
Right here.
I'm going to say they're not dead yet, and can you patch up my suit? I'm gonna go ask him to spray me with that stuff because I got a hole in my suit. I don't know if the stuff in the air is gonna kill me or not.
Yeah, I guess we'll repair that.
Do they attack me when I move away?
Well, this isn't D&D rules. It don't work that way. So no.
I did
All right,
tell the
security.
that I don't know the cause of death.
All right, Cooper.
Obviously.
Let's see. How far away is this thing that attacked?
From you currently, not probably. I'm going to assume that you're going to be staying pretty close together.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been too far away from Doc.
The captain becomes ineffective with his stuff beyond 10 feet. So you're going to be staying within 10 feet of him, which means you're within, so 10 feet.
I want to move up to this. Well, how far is the reach with the whack-a-mole stick, as I'm going to call it?
Yeah, you could get there with it without moving, probably.
What's the damage?
It would be a die 6 plus your strength.
And do I get the +2 for from I think it's brawler, or is that just from
No, that's
unarmed?
just bare-fisted fighting. Is all that is.
All right.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, you're probably better with your fist than you are that particular weapon you just made. But
I am, but I want the reach, so I'm gonna whack it with the stick. Do I need to make like a skill check?
that is a fighting check.
Okay. That's a let's see, that's a 5 on the D6 and a 6 on the D10.
Okay.
I hear the monsters. It's scaring me.
I don't know if I don't think I have any pluses to those, so
Okay, you do a hit. Give me some damage.
okay. So that do I also roll the wild D6 for the damage or
You
just
do
the
not
D6?
for the damage.
Okay, good to know. That is, let's see, my strength is also a D6. So 6 total.
Okay, you added them both together?
Yep,
6
it
total.
was a 4 and a 2, so 6
Okay,
total.
so you hit him and he kind of spun around, but beyond that, you can't tell anything.
I'm going to try and hold. I don't know what I'm doing at this point.
But it does float towards you.
The military did not train me for this.
Of course it did.
Well, it didn't train me for
Space zombies,
death.
man.
Space zombies was not part of the rhetoric.
That was day 2.
Okay, so he makes a bite more attack toward you, but I'm pretty sure you've got a decent parry because I'm
What'd you roll? I got a 7 on
3.
parry. I
He
got a
got a
7
3.
parry.
So what you
So
roll?
he did not hit you.
I got
And that brings us to Clay. What are you going to do, Clay?
I guess I need to fix that hole in that the doc's suit.
Okay, so give me a repair roll.
All right, that is. Do I get a plus on the repair?
You got a +2, I think.
Yeah.
On the MacGyver, okay. That's a 4.
4 total? Okay. You
And
managed to patch his suit, which is good because he rolled low on the decompression.
now,
That could have got bad.
how did when that thing moved toward the Cooper? How did it actually move? If it's floating.
Give me a notice roll.
Let's see. 6. All right. That is a 5 and a 6.
Okay. On this body, on the back, there seems to be some type of metallic harness screwed directly into the spine. There's actually a little bitty light kind of blinking right now. And it seems to have some type of propulsion coming out of that device.
I'm going to holler cyborg.
All right, Captain, it's your turn.
Goodness gracious. I've only got 7 bullets. I'm going to close with it,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to punch it.
Okay.
So my fighting is a D6.
So roll 2 die 6.
I got a 5 on that roll and a 2 on that roll.
Okay, so the 5 would be sufficient for you to hit.
Okay.
Your damage is 2 plus your strength score.
2 plus 6, so 8.
Okay, so wow, nice.
Well, it's a D6, isn't it, for your attribute? If the thing is circled, that was what I did.
Yeah, I rolled. And
Oh,
I got
okay.
2 plus 6, so that's 8.
8. Yeah, that's nice. Okay,
If you roll a 6, doesn't he explode?
oh, that's right. When you roll a 6, you roll it again. Thank you. I'd forgotten that rule.
Roll again.
Roll it again.
That's a 4.
So, okay.
So 12.
You take a punch, you hit it in the head, and the head just rolls off. And when it does, there's still the little harness that comes through the spine. It's coming out, and it's attached to a pair of what looks like a metallic teeth that are still doing this, but it's floating in the air. But it does not seem to be functioning any longer. The little red blinking light has gone out.
Hit him in the head.
Well, we're alive.
roll
So
good.
there's that.
That appears to be the only one moving at this time.
Is it in line if I kick this that it would float towards the other ones?
You can do that, yes.
Did we
I'm
see
going to
it
do
pull
that
any
just as like
weapons?
I'm just going to. Well, I'm mainly just trying to kick it away. So I was just curious what direction it would be kicked. Because I'm not moving. I'm just going to kind of kick it up, at least a little bit up, but away.
Okay, so I mean, you've seen vacuum of space type things. It just kind of floats.
Did we see
Goes
it
in a
pull any
direction.
weapons when it tried to hurt Jonathan? Or just
No,
bit
it
him?
was just biting.
Captain, there seems to be some commotion on the sensors. Or is everything okay?
We got cyborgs. I killed one. We're moving on.
According to Mike, that leaves 4.
They're pretty easy.
Now, were these according to Mike, the 5 that you're discussing were full body cyborgs, meaning they were a metallic body with only a human brain.
Did
That's not
these
what you just encountered.
were these metallic bodies with human brains, Captain?
No.
So you encountered a different type of cyborg?
It looks organic to me.
Oh,
It has some
okay.
kind of metal thing on its back attached to its spine and through its teeth, apparently.
Out of curiosity, I'm just wondering, does it look like that was placed there voluntarily on the individual, or was it surgically altered, or was it something that we need to be worrying about for you guys?
I don't know. It's floating through the air now. We'll have to go over and look at it.
Yeah, maybe you can get Doc to go over there and look at it.
Hard pass.
Doc's suit got a little damaged. I think he's skittish now. I think he wants to go back to his room.
Well, if he can drag one of those bodies back to this room,
No, we
maybe
don't want
he
to
can-
contaminate our ship if there's something on these that it get loose.
10-4. Then if you need to send Doc back, you can send him on back.
No,
I'll make this.
I think what we need to do is there was an energy reading at the bottom of the ship that probably is the cyborg, and they were probably taking the dead bodies and hooking them up as extra minions or cannon fodder or first attack by the DM. And we probably need to go find where the energy reading is to find the solution.
That's what I was assuming too. But I want you to take the.
medical check didn't go real well since I got bit. That's the first time I did a med check and got bit.
All right, Captain, I'm going to make the suggestion that the airlock should be closed to the airship.
I agree. Cowboy,
Go on.
we're going to seal ourselves in this ship over here.
I'm gonna go ahead and seal this door as well.
All right. Appreciate it. So
I'll walk over and shut this outer lock to seal the airlock from this side.
let's start from the bottom and work our way up. And
Well,
we'll
we're
keep
in the
everybody
middle.
together.
Okay, well, you're in the middle right now.
Uh-huh.
You
think
are
this
in
bottom-
the midsection of the middle. So there is going toward the aft, there was
Tunnel going down the hatch.
one going down. So there's a hatch going down. So you can go down from this point.
All right, Cooper, let's go secure this hatch. Make sure we don't touch anything on the way.
Boing, boing, boing. It's a good thing I got the long range weapon.
Let's not touch them so they don't come alive. I think they're in stasis right now. So we'll just avoid them.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make our way over to the hatch.
Making our way to the hatch, walking slow, sneaking as we go.
Okay, so as you go down into the hatch, you enter into what looks like a security checkpoint. Okay? You know from your ratings that on this lower level there wasn't any energy signature in the aft, and that there was a motion detected in the fore. From the location that you're currently sitting in the security point, there are 4 doors. To the aft, it says engine room. To the, let's just do the nautical terms. To the starboard side, you have cybernetics. To the port side, you have the armory. And to the fore, you have the lab.
Let's go to engines first, since that's where we saw the energy signature.
Do you not want to go to the armory and get me something besides a scalpel and use something else first?
Well, no, because right now I think that there's going to be cyborgs in that armory, and I don't want to go in there. Just let them stay in there, and we'll go back this way. And as long as we don't touch anything, they don't come alive. If they come alive, we just come back, shut the door, and then we'll go another way.
Roger. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
So we'll sneak into the engine room.
Captain, can I get a status report?
We're all going to, I mean, we're doing great.
Are you on the mid level?
No, we're on the bottom level. We're heading back to the engines to.
Okay, when you go to the door for the engines, it is locked.
Okay, we're not doing anything at the moment.
Oh.
Excuse me, Clay.
There's a control panel.
Johnny, you know I'm the only one with lock picking, don't you?
I do.
You son of a gun.
You forgot about my rambunctious youth.
Clay, do you think you could splice open this door?
That's what I'm wondering. If there's a control panel, possibly.
Now, keep in mind that this isn't his specialty. This is a computer, not a mechanical. Clay is mechanical, not computers.
Okay.
Hey, Cowboy.
Cowboy's your computer guy.
Yeah, going down.
Yeah, I know. It's all going down, buddy. Come on down.
Copy that.
Oh, do not touch the bodies, by the way. They come alive.
That's good to know. Thank you for that. I'm going to go ahead and get suited up and put on my blowtorch just so I can torch something. And I will be heading your way shortly. Make sure that airlock is open for me, please.
Yep.
I have lock picking.
Oh, if you
Never
have
mind, you
lock
just stay.
picking,
Never mind. You
I
just stay on
stopped
the
halfway
ship.
down. All right, then let's go ahead and let him lock pick.
Okay.
What's your role?
Well, do I have anything to that?
No.
Okay, then. Well, on the 8-sided, well, yeah, I rolled the wrong one anyway. All right. I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Okay, the 5 was sufficient. You should be able to get the door open.
Okay.
You left, me right, open doors, let's go.
Okay, so from that area, there is a corridor and another door beyond that. This one is not locked.
We're going to ease it open.
Okay, so now you move into a room with basically some really massive looking kind of turbine type things. There are like catwalks, stairs going up and catwalks all over and all around where you can view the whole area. Right on the other side of the door is a kind of like a humanoid kind of body. Think the dome kind of comes down. There's no real actual shoulders per se. It comes into a pair of arms, then comes down into a pair of legs. There is one like big, huge, like red port in the center of the head. The left arm has some sort of cone-looking structure on it. The right arm looks like it's just a clamp at the end of it.
I say this is Cyborg.
And then directly in the center of the chest, there is one red light that is currently on. And it looks like it is attached to something on the engines, almost as if it's draining the power.
From the engine into it?
Basically, the engine power is going directly into it. It looks like it's rigged some way to charge a battery, basically.
This is Cowboy to the captain. Do you still need me down there? Is any some kind of computer problem you're having? What's the situation?
We found our first cyborg.
Okay, and then to the left, there's like a little almost shed kind of structure on the left side, and then another one on the right-hand side.
Apparently, the cyborg has rigged itself up to this engine here and is taking power from the ship to run itself.
Can you get a manual override? Can Clay maybe manual override that, disconnect the power, so we can power up those engines?
I don't know, Clay, you want to go there and see if you can get by that cyborg and unplug it?
Don't touch it.
I've got a better idea. Why don't we see if we can boost the power and short this thing out? And then we'll worry about the ship.
I have a question. Are there any is there any auxiliary power sources in this room that would be just that are there?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Is there like a backup power source in
Like
even
a generator for the engines.
essentially?
You see the two turbines where you're currently standing, and like I said, you see the two sheds, and then the cyborg in the center.
No, we've lost it. Oh, there he is.
Okay. I
Clay,
want to
you
look
got
at all the
any ideas?
connections.
You want to do what now?
I'm going to look at the connections, this cyborg and the ship.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can reverse the power flow and pull the power from the cyborg back into the ship?
Just give me a repair on that. Give me do a repair roll. We're going to see.
Get a +2 to your repair roll.
That's a 4, and I rolled a 6 on the 2. I mean, a 2 on the 6. I'm sorry.
So that becomes a 4.
Okay. You're looking at it, and this is old tech. This is old school stuff. You're just not that familiar with how this works. And just based on what you're looking at, you're not sure how it even works. It's almost like whoever did this didn't know what he was doing,
Right.
and he only thinks it works. I mean, it's like this shouldn't even be giving him power.
Okay. All right.
And Cyborg still hasn't moved.
It has there's been no motion, no.
You said there was a shed of some sort?
One on either
Yes.
side.
I wanna make sure I don't get within too close to this cyborg and go into the shed closest to me and look into it, not get into
Okay,
it.
so just right or left?
Right.
Right. Okay, when you go to that, you open it up, and it's like a little, kind of like a monitor station. There's like computer monitors on 3 of the walls. Then there's several kind of like instrument panels there. You don't understand everything that you're looking at, but it seems to give you kind of an overview of how the engines work. According to what you're looking at, there are 2 moving things that you think might be the turbines, and the one on the left has some kind of a warning light on it. The one on the right seems to be functioning normally. Beyond that, you're not sure.
I'll lean back out and say he's draining the left turbine, and then I'll go to the left shed.
Okay, this looks to be like some type of a tool shed.
What
Several
tools are?
different types of things of that nature. Just standard stuff. Screwdrivers, wrenches, things like that. You're not trained in investigation, are you?
I don't think so.
You're not trained in notice either, are you?
Nope.
Okay, then just give me a general roll. It's a die 4 and a die 6.
Let's see. There's a D4.
I also want to ask him, how do you know it's draining from the left one?
I just point him to the security room.
Chadwick needs to look at it to know. He'd be the one to know.
It's a 4 on the D4 and a 2 on the D6.
Okay. The only thing you see out of ordinary, there's something in here that looks like it would be a gun of some type. You're not sure what it is because you're not familiar with tools, but it's shaped like a gun.
I'll pick it up kind of gingerly by like whatever seems the safest way to pick it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of keep it as a backup, and just stick it in my belt,
Okay, it's more like a rifle, not a pistol.
Okay, then I'll find a way to get it on me tied.
Okay.
I'm gonna check
looking
the
at
carrying them.
computer terminals out.
You're carrying a 75-pound
15
weight
pounds.
bench. Well, the bar itself is 45 pounds. Plus, you've got the whatever weight you have on the end of it, and that bar is 6 feet long. And now you're going to put a rifle on you too. It doesn't work that way, bro. Wait, I'm not the DM. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
It's also weightless out here, so
True.
Okay.
That's really all I was counting on, was that we had no gravity.
Okay, so we'll come back to that. All right, Chadwick,
yeah.
you were going to look at the computers?
Yeah, I want to check the terminals out.
Okay. It's old school, but you're kind of familiar with what you're looking at now. And it does look like there is a power drain coming off of that engine, just like he said. That is what the cyborg has attached himself to. The other one seems to be functioning normally. You actually think that if you've got enough fuel, you could probably get this sucker to fly. Just based on what you're looking at. But now you are going to have to disconnect the cyborg to get that other engine going, or else you're going to be flying in circles.
Standing at the entrance just stepping out of the left-hand shed, looking at where the cyborg is there an immediate way that it's connected? Like beyond that it is connected, like an immediate way of disconnecting it?
You mean from the other side, not from him directly, but from the other side?
Yeah, from either way. Even if I had to.
I mean, you can pull the wires out on either side. I mean, you don't know what that'll do, but you could do it.
Where is it connected to on the engine itself?
Okay, if you follow the wire on the ground, because it's just laying on the ground, it
Mhm.
goes over to the housing below the turbine and just kind of goes in. You're not really sure beyond that. You're probably going to have to take some panels off to look.
In looking at the terminals, is it how close to full power is it pumping out?
Probably about 30%.
Can I turn it up from there?
From where you're at, you can try. You're not sure what it will do, but yeah, you can certainly try to.
I'm gonna turn it up at least another 30 or 40%.
Okay. Do a repair roll for me.
All of Cooper's questions right on Clay walking back out. And he's also keeping an eye on the sideboard, making sure it don't move.
Okay.
I think I could hold an attack or something.
No, that first strike, that basically means if he comes up to you, you can attack him before he attacks you in a melee situation.
There we go. So yeah, I'm not gonna get like necessarily closer, but like if he moves, I'm gonna try and I want to hold movement if I can.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
We lost Shad.
Oh man.
We'll be back momentarily. We're at the break point anyway.